you get a sneak peek into one of my next commissions. The pink fake fur has arrived. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, send help. I need an adult. Another package has come in. It's purple fake fur. Can you guess what the pink and purple are for? Okie pokey weirdos, I'm Rev and welcome to my world of cosplay shenaniganery. This is my September monthly vlog. It is September 5th. I have a day off and I'm going to see how much of my Genshin tights I can get done this week because I want to ship them this weekend. They're not necessarily due by that point, but that is my preference, to get them done and shipped home early. I got this whole mess of fabrics right here that I want to fold and put away for now until I'm actually working on these commissions, because I need to pattern them first, which means I don't need this fabric for about another month. I also need to wash that red fabric from yesterday again, because it stinks. And it smells like a factory. I hate that smell. Red coat with white accents. White coat with black lining. They can chill up there for a bit. The plan for today. Tights, done as much as I can. I've already cut the new fabric, washed it, and now I need to do dye tests with the sample pieces. This is the color of fabric I'm working with right now, and that is the color of the old fabric. I'm still going to use the old fabric to make the rope sections, so I want to try dyeing this a little pinker, a little redder, so that it matches this a little bit better, but it's being dyed purple mostly, so it won't be a huge deal. Having it pinker will help match it just a little bit more. Boiling water. Steamy. Salt for flavor. Pink dye. Dye. No more. Mixy, 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 mixy. I think we need more water. Water. That's better. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Shtick. Soaky, soaky. Spooky season stuff is coming out in stores. So I got a friend yesterday. His name is Ichabod and we love him. I wish you all could feel how soft this dude is. He's so plushy. 10, 30, hour. More salt. Mixy, mixy. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, send help. I need an adult. Ah! I also completely screwed up on this thumbnail for the nail polish. It got really jacked up, so I'm gonna fix that. And I have a script to write as well as a voiceover I want to do. And I think that's the plan for today, because tights are the main plan. And while the dye testers are going, then I'll be able to do the script and my nails and all that good stuff. Mic check, mic check. Do we like this audio? Day 5. I've finally given up the ghost. These tights are not holding the dye the way they're supposed to, and you can see the spottiness even on the camera. So, these are out, and I have bought more material, different material to make them out of. Hopefully they'll dye. They must die. And while that's happening, I'm going to paper pattern everything else I need for the tights. And it's really easy for me to do that because the person I'm making these for is almost exactly the same size as me. Just a centimeter or 2 off, which makes this a lot easier on me. And hopefully I can get some of those pieces made because I have more gold EVA foam pieces to sew. And the idea is to get most of those done today, as well as get some video editing done some posting done. I got some stuff up on Patreon last night, so I am being productive even if I'm not making a whole bunch of physical stuff right now. And that's the concept for today as well. Productivity, likely mostly electronic stuff, aside from getting more gold stuff, patterned, cut out, and sewn. Now I have 2 shin armor pieces fully hand sewn as much as I can. These pieces do extend past and they wrap around the back of the leg, but I didn't want to overdo it, so I left that open. That way EVA foam can be tucked inside and glued and sewn together, and that could be a longer piece later. So, fully sewn as much as I can without having all the other pieces made. I am going to finish my Kira episode, Struggles of 3D Printing. Love it. And then I have 2 commission estimations to make to see if my multitude of commissions will start piling up, because it is nearing October and that's when all the muggles are asking for costumes. More productivity. I'm transferring all of my vlogging stuff onto what we call the Mega USB, my external drive, so that I can have multiple copies of the footage and I can edit it down. Yay. And now I must work on commission estimations. This is where people put in their submission requests. You get a sneak peek into one of my next commissions. The pink fake fur has arrived. Day 6. And I've realized that I probably should have been duct tape patterning the armor for these tights for the past week. I've not been doing that. I did it the hard way and did math to get the shin parts, but now since I've gotten the shin parts, I won't have to duct tape my whole leg, thankfully. So what I'm gonna do today is duct tape only the sections I need where it's wrapped around the back of the knee as well as the ankle to get those tiny pieces of armor. And that's the main plan for today. Get those pieces patterned, cut out. There we go. And hopefully in EVA foam, possibly started on sewing. It is my last day of vacation before I go back to my day job, so the progress will not be as smooth. I also have a whole bunch of appointments and errands to run today, so I won't get a whole lot done. We'll see how far I get. Let's go. Hello there. My hair is shorter now. One of my appointments was canceled. I've done all of the rest of my errands, and another package has come in. It's purple fake fur. Can you guess what the pink and purple are for? I love making accessories when I've actually already made them a couple of times because it makes it way easier. It makes it way easier, and I normally have already filmed that or made a video about it, so I don't have to film the whole process again. Now it's time for patterning, getting things cut out, and hopefully I can simply hand sew for the rest of the day after that. I can watch my fellow makers on YouTube and enjoy some time hanging with other internet crafters. Let's get to patterning. Let's reuse the plastic from the fake fur packages, shall we? Also, this will be masking tape instead of duct tape because I have way more of this stuff, because that's all that's left of my duct tape and I don't want to use it on a pattern. I want to use it for things that need strength. So we're just gonna cover all that work I just did. Hey. That's one done. Now for my thigh. And that's not gonna be enough plastic. That's why we also have these to dump rice pieces all over the floor. Okay. Doodling on the back of my knee. There's a lot going on back there. Now to prettify this pattern, because I couldn't really see what I was doing, but I did mark out the general areas, general-ish shapes that I need to put in. So I'll use some scrap paper to make some diamonds. Well, I've cleaned about 50% of this already. This is the mess that I'm looking at that I have to clean up before I go to bed. I'm the trash man. And then I go back to my day job. Also, my next round of fabric should show up tomorrow for the tights. And then I'll be able to actually sew the pieces on to the tights, as long as they dye correctly. So we'll see. Now I have to clean this up. Night-night. It's Sunday, and it did come in the mail. Haha! We have new fabric. Time to dye. I need to wash a load of my own laundry, which will be pinks, and guess what color this is? I'll wash this, but not before cutting what I need for the actual project off so that I can do tester pieces for the dyeing while the rest of it is washing. And then I don't even have to dry what has been washed because it will be wet and make the gradient work better. Hopefully by this late afternoon, I will have leggings in the proper gradient. Fingers crossed. I just opened these and look at this. There is a dark spot in the same spot where I screwed up on the other leggings. This better wash out. How? Shorts for tester pieces. Chunks of leggings that will be washed. I also got an E6000, my Pirate's backpack, because my water bottle latched onto this lip and ripped it all the way up. This one's coming up as well. And all this week I've also been dealing with this shenaniganery. My bike tire is changed now, but look at what it was before. That's the old one, that's the new one. Look at this traction. I didn't even notice until my mom pointed it out, and then I was like, oh yeah, I should get a new tire. Sable helped me put this tire in, but that caused my brakes to have issues because they were rubbing against the new tire up here instead of sitting on the rim where they're supposed to be. So I fiddled with it a bit myself, couldn't figure it out, so I took it to a professional who fixed it. It was still rubbing against the tire, my brakes were squealing, which they hadn't been before. So it was better in some situations, way worse in others. After watching him fix it though, I went and fiddled with these knobs and bits and bobbles myself, figured out what the problem was, and I've gotten it about 80% okay now. I still have to pull this a lot harder than you really should have to engage the brakes, but it's way better than riding along the tire, so they're actually in the right place right now. It's more about a tension issue in me still fiddling with it or taking it to a different professional who will actually fix it. Those are out to bake, then they will be rinsed, and then they will bake again, and we'll see what colors we get. You can see this got really dark in an hour, and this one, I think it went a little too dark by the hour, so I have to probably stay somewhere in between 10 and 30. This one, I'm gonna have to sit right around 10. But I'll have a better idea once I've rinsed these out and they've dried again. Now to cut out this ankle armor piece and make this diamond armor piece in the form of EVA foam. 2 of these, 4 of those, one-handed. And I am extending these just a little bit since they don't have to be skin tight. And I'm a little worried about them being too tight if any of the tape had shrunk or been too tight on my ankle. And this time I'm going to try gluing them down onto the fabric first and then cutting them out with the excess so that I can sew them in the back. Let's see how that goes. JK, I need 4 of these as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. We'll just do the 2 and see how it goes, and then I'll do the second set of 2 for the other angle. Oh my glob. My brain is not working. Also, I have to flip one of these because that's the reverse. Yeah. I need a nap. Now these have been rinsed, and it's so nice to see that they actually held their color. So we'll see what they look like when they're completely dried. But look, there's still color in the fabric. Hallelujah. It is Thursday. I started having an upset stomach on Tuesday night, and by yesterday I realized I officially have a stomach bug. So I don't feel that great. But I do have things that are due within the next week, i.e. the tights and some videos that I really want to get done on time. So I am going to work on stuff, but I'm going to try to keep myself going slower so I don't completely wear myself out, and I'm going to make sure I take naps when my body starts shutting down on me. So, hand sewing for foam pieces. I won't be able to finish all of them today because I need more brain power for some very specific pieces that I have not gotten together yet. The brain power ones are not happening today, those being mostly all of the pieces that are on the back of the knee. Everything else has been cut out and glued, so I can hand sew those without thinking too hard about it. Otherwise, I have some videos to edit and upload. Normally, I get 3 shorts out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm gonna have to do 1 for each day for this week, because I cannot brain enough for that right now. Let's try to have a productive day, productive enough, based upon how crummy I'm feeling. We'll see how much I get done. And for a color comparison, here's what the leggings looked like before I dyed them. After I dyed them, 10 is still looking the best. And this is the old fabric. While it's a lot brighter here, so I might go not even quite 10 minutes on this, so that it'll be closer to this. I'm still going to be dyeing this purple as well, so this won't be as huge of a difference once all the purple is in. But it'll help me get closer from this to this in under 10 minutes. And make everything a little more even. Nicole Rudolph, give me strength. Newly cut tights in the pink dye bath for 10 minutes. These are what I got done yesterday. And I also got the tights color correction dyed so that hopefully they'll match the old fabric better. I gotta rinse those out today and finish up the last 2 ankle pieces. I'll see if I can get any further on anything, but I'm not gonna push myself. It is Saturday, and this is all I've gotten done since the last time I checked in, because I have had a fever since the last time I checked in. Luckily, I have not had a fever since about 3 or 4 a.m., so hopefully I can get some stuff done now, because it is about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I feel okay. Knock on wood. Let's see how much of this I can get done before I have to go back to work tomorrow. Color match. Darker than this. A lot closer to this than that one. Not bad, not bad. Still a little brighter, but not a whole lot I can do about that now. Let's get to the purple. After cutting out the pattern for the back of the knee, I found that this piece is way too thick, because it should be about as thick as this little rod right here is. So, I will have to seam rip that, slim down the foam, then sew the gold fabric back on, cut this out of EVA foam, sew the gold fabric around that, and then align them and sew them to the tights. Still plenty to do. Back of the knee piece. I also need to cut out little diamonds that sit at the bottom here, but they're separate, so I'm not going to worry about those yet. They can be put into the scraps of this. I need 4 of these. 2 this way, 2 this way. I'm telling that to myself so I don't forget, because sleepy brain. Let's use the pretty metallic Sharpie. It is Tuesday the 12th. It is 7:45 a.m. and I'm gonna see how much I can get. And I'm gonna see how much I can get done as quickly as possible because I have to leave for work at 9:30. But this commission needs to be shipped out by this weekend. I actually have 2 that need to be shipped out by this weekend. I'm no longer sick though, so I can work a little speedier than I have been. Let's go! I have to cut the rest of this fabric into long strips to match this so that it can be properly braided or to go into the tassels. So all of this is going to be long lengths and I won't need any more. That is how it's going to happen, right? I don't even know. That's what's left of that fabric. I have scraps for tassels and big long strips for braiding around this rope. Thursday, September 14th, I have to mail at least 1 commission this Saturday, if not 2. The one that most definitely has to go this Saturday is the tights. So I am going to see if I can get those done today, because I don't have another day off until Saturday, the day I need to mail them. And I'd much prefer to be done with them before the day of mailing. There's no promise I'll get them done today, but that is the aim of the game. Also, I have to get Cheshire Cat ears, tail, and some striped fabric made. That doesn't necessarily have to be mailed this Saturday, but it'd be preferable. Let's see if I can get some stuff done. I also have household chores, which is more piled onto my to-do list. Dog has already been walked, so that is something checked off the to-do list. Let's get to getting. Alright, I'm wearing the dye gradient situation, and I've marked where the metal piece is supposed to sit so that I can cut off this much of the fabric. I don't need that at all anymore. And then this will be put into black mesh instead of the purple spandex. And this can all stay until we get to the ankle where it'll be black mesh again. Actually, no. It'll be black spandex. Up here is black mesh. Down here is black spandex. The very back of the knee there will be a little quilted spandex section because the mesh would be a strong irritant back here. So I wanted to make that more comfortable. My black spandex is a shirt, and this works out really well for me because I have my ankle pattern right here, and I'm going to put this edge along the edge here so that there won't be a center front seam. And then this one isn't actually seamed anyway, so we're all good there. And I can cut it with a little bit of seam allowance all the way around, and no seams needed in the areas where I don't want them to be. Haha. Purple thigh section. Black mesh. I'm gonna cut this out to get the right length and shape. I need to extend this a little bit more because I need to be able to fold it over a couple of times. And also I'm gonna use pinking shears for this because this will shred like crazy if I do not. Okay, got a black mesh thigh piece. And my purple piece with the ankle piece already on. What I need to do is match right sides together as well as back seams together. I have to get the black mesh to stretch to match this. Matching the back seam will make that the easiest. I gotta make these little bubbles pink. Fabric glue. Stick. Smoosh. This is getting globby, or just make a mess, that too. I need to get something weighted to set on this. I did not think about that beforehand. I really should have. There we go. That's a bike helmet. As for number 2, smeesh. And we can cut these out tomorrow after they dry. Ta-da! Been a while since I last checked in because it is now September 21st. I got a fever and it stuck around for about a week, so I had to take some time off. It stuck at a low-grade fever for almost a full week, which was very irritating. But now I'm feeling a lot better. I can actually do things. I just finished cleaning my room, and now I have to get the Genshin Impact tights done, as well as a Cheshire Cat accessory set. My hair. Badoing. Alfalfa much? Okay. It is 10:20 in the morning, and I want to see how much I can get done before lunch. Let's get her done today, because that 1 week off really blew up my plans for all the other commissions I have going right now. And now I must be speedy. We go! I got done before lunch. Ear pattern. Giant ear pattern. About as big as my hand. Cutting the ears out in EVA foam. We still got really rough edges, but that doesn't matter because we're going to be covering these in fur. This is the outer ear fur. I still need to cut out the purple for the inner ear fur. That's all I got. Time for food. Current progress on the tights. I tacked down the ends here as well as the knee pieces while I was wearing them, and then put them on the mannequins so I can tack down the rest. I got all the main points that really have to sit where they need to sit, and then this long length I can stretch the fabric out and tack it down on the full length, knowing that it'll still fit me because it fit me at the knee section and at the ankle section properly when I was wearing them, and tacked those pieces down. This Y shape will be a little more fiddly because I have to figure out how wide to spread this split, as well as to do it on the back of the knee with these pieces, because this Y piece might have to be spread a little wider. We'll see. Shin armor has been sewn on. It is completely attached, aside from this part of the flappy flaps. The Y sections I have not attached yet, but I have gotten the measurements to get this to connect all the way around. This is only ever so slightly too big, so what I'm going to do is peel up this fabric and cut away what I need to here, and then this edge can tuck under this loose fabric. We fold it over, and it will look pretty. Ta-da! But I need a break. The dog is asking to go for a walk, and then I think I'm going to watch a Miraculous, because I'm about ready to pass out. Big brain usage is almost depleted, and I need sustenance. Finally done for the night with these, and I made sure to make myself stop by doing the gluing stuff, and now it has to dry, and I can't do anything else with it until it dries, so that I'm not staying up all night with it. This dries while I sleep. Must go bed. It is the next day. This is dry, and it's not coming off anytime soon. So, all I have to do left is attach this to tights, and then get all the little accessories and attachments made, like the hook and eye closures, any snaps, as well as ribbons, and the ropes. Also Velcro. Still plenty of work to do. Let's keep going. Because I'm planning on shipping it tomorrow. Fingers crossed. It is the next morning because I absolutely had to go to bed. These ears most definitely need to be shipped today, so I'm going to get the ears and tail and all the Chesh stuff done so that can be shipped. Technically, the tights still have a week. I was hoping to get them shipped this week, though. Doesn't look like that's happening. Let's get the ears and tail and fur all situated and see what we got left. We got a pink and purple snake. sewn. And it's been flipped. Before I move on to the next thing, this calls for a vacuum. Now it's time to compare this sewing pattern to my customer's measurements and see what needs to be adjusted. Also, I'm going to be doing some adjustments anyway, because the idea is this coat right here. However, it doesn't look exactly like that coat, so I'm going to be changing some stuff up with the design as well as the measurements. Quick note, I usually make my own sewing patterns out of clothing I already have. However, I do not have the jacket I wanted to base this off of. That's why I'm using this sewing pattern. However, store-bought sewing patterns often confuse me, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, the confusion is setting in. Nah. Yoke. I found a yoke. Back facing. What is this panel? Front facing undersleeve. Okay. How does A only have like 4 more inches? Shouldn't it be like 6? Cut 2. Okay, this part I understand. This is the full body length strip. This makes sense. Okay, it doesn't have to be as long as I thought. 99 is right here. It'd be better to make it too long than too short and then just have to shorten it. It is the 26th, and it is almost 8 o'clock. I'm getting a little snippet done on the tights just before I leave. The Cheshire ears and tail, as well as the big panel I'd been sewing, was shipped yesterday. So, just the tights I have to worry about until this weekend. So my main thing for this morning is to figure out how I'm going to attach everything on the tights. Because I gotta get the rope attached, I gotta get the bows attached, I gotta get the lacing in, all that good stuff. So, I have rare earth magnets here. Got me Velcro, which is not the best idea because of tights, but we'll see if it is helpful in any way. And then, we got hooks and eyes, clasps, snaps, and all that good stuff. I don't have a whole lot of them left. I didn't think to buy more, so I have to make do with what I got, but these would be what I'd use the most of if I'd had enough. Let's see what I figure out. Gonna jam to some Burnin' Love and get her done.
Wait.
It is the 27th, and I have realized I only made 2 really fat tassels, but I need 4. Really big brain moment. Okay, so I'm splitting up the big fat ones into 2 smaller ones. That way we have 2 sets of 2, making it 4 tassels. And then I'll have enough tassels. I'm also doing it this way because I'm running out of fabric and I want to make sure I have enough to finish up the much larger details, and the tassels aren't nearly as high of a priority right now. All I'm doing is making sure I have 4 at the moment. It is Thursday, I have a day off, and it is the last legs, pun intended, of the tights cosplay. Almost done with it, so freaking close. Plan is to get it done today, especially since I have to ship it this Saturday, most definitely. The extension for the due date was amazing, and I greatly appreciate it because I'm back to as healthy as I get for now. I'm back to a decent level of health, so gonna work on these tights and see if I can work on any other commissions today. That is the hope. Tights are the main goal today, though. Let's do it. All of my subscribers are my most favorite little weirdos. Every single one of you are a gorgeous little snowflake, and I love you all. With all of that, welcome to the madness. What is my hair doing? It is extra floof because I washed it and because it recently was cut, and this is what it does when that's all in combination. Now I need to sneeze. Oh. And I knock over the camera. Trying to... And again. Oh, yeah. Poof. What is my hair doing?